What's up,
New York? You're here with Kylie Pax, Australia's emotional eating coach. We are here in gorgeous sunny
Mine is
Queensland.
Kylie Pax, and Kylie
I am so excited to be here in Dallas. You're here with Kylie Pax, Australia's emotional eating
is
coach.
Kylie Pax, Kylie Pax, Australia's emotional eating coach. Australia's emotional eating coach. Kylie Pax, Kylie Pax, Kylie Pax.
This week's episode of Ditch the Diet podcast is proudly brought to you by Ditch the Diet Online Bootcamp, my 6-week course that I am so proud to share with you. Registration is now open. This course has changed the lives of thousands of women around the globe. It is my 5 foundational steps for breaking free from emotional eating, taking control of your relationship with your body and food for life. Head to my website, kyliepax.com/bootcamp to find out more.
Thank you so much. So drop me an emoji. You can see Miss Molly's here. I don't know what it is. She comes in the vibe. Mr. Stone's in the house. I begged Miss Molly. I said, please. I think she wants to show off her new day wear. This is her day attire. She wants to show it off. It's actually a little set of pajamas. So my dog has pajamas, fancy ones, and the rest of us wear old t-shirts and stuff like that to bed. Can you see that little paw there? She's scratching at my leg. I'm just going to pat her. Please sit down nicely. So many of us as grown adults, we get, very often we don't do things in our life that we think are going to be a little scary or a little uncertain. If we think that it's possible that somebody might have something to say about us, then we like grovel down and become these massive people pleasers. Somebody says they want you to do something or say something or, do something that you don't agree with, say something you don't agree with, pretend that you're someone that you don't want to be, just so that they don't pick on you or say something about you, right? And we just go, okay. And so we live against our own principles. We go against what is in alignment for us and congruent with the person we want to be. We go against all that. We end up miserable and living in opposition to who we know we have the ability to be, but we shrink ourselves down small to keep other people comfortable, not us. We'd be miserable, but everybody else real happy. JC, nah, not her. Nah. She said, I just turned off my hearing aid so I couldn't hear them. I didn't have to listen to their nonsense, basically. I didn't have to listen to that because she said, I won't have that negativity in my life. I won't have that foolishness, that silliness. That doesn't benefit me in any way to be listening to people saying silly things like that. So she said from a very early age, she knew who she was. She knew what she was capable of, and she was not going to have anybody tell her anything different. Most of us, so if we want to put a label on it, which I don't like to do, but just for the purpose of this conversation, many of us as able-bodied people, we hold ourselves back. What is our freaking excuse? If anybody had an excuse to feel sorry for themselves, to hold themselves back, it would have been her. If anybody had an excuse to say, oh, not me, that's for other people, success, to achieve amazing things, to write books, to do public speaking, that's for other people, not for me. Please, so many of us. Gee, I'd like to do this, but oh no, I can't. I'm a bit shy. I'm a little bit scared of what would people say. Who cares what people got to say? JC got out there and did it. If she could do it, you could do it, people. So this is what I want to tell you. And the reason I loved, look, I can see all these comments coming through because I'm real passionate now, so I'm in the moment. So give me 1 second because I'll lose my train of thought if I don't finish this. What I loved about the analogy of what she said, I can see Miss Molly here. See, now she's being a good girl. What I loved about what JC said with her hearing aid, in that she said she physically turned her hearing aid off so that she didn't have to listen to the negative talk, right? Well, I love the analogy of that in like just an emotional or mental state, right? You don't like what their own voice is telling you in your head or what somebody else is telling you. They're telling you you're not good enough, or most of the time, let's have a reality check. It's not even other people, it's us. We're telling ourselves we're not good enough, we're not smart enough, not pretty enough, not able enough, not talented enough, not skilled enough, can't do that. I'm not good enough. Let's just not even go there tonight. Let's not even go there. What if you chose to turn off your internal negative hearing aid? Your internal negative hearing aid. And next time that voice be all up in your grill saying you're not good enough, you just go, oh, I'm turning off that hearing aid. I'm not listening to that anymore. I have a choice. We think this is the problem. JC knew in the physical, right, that she had a choice. She could turn her hearing aid on or she could turn it off and there would be a result. She would either hear or she wouldn't. We don't realize that we also have that ability just because we're not wearing a hearing aid. If you're not wearing a hearing aid, just because we're not wearing hearing aids, we think we don't have the ability to turn off the negativity. So we just get around listening to it all day like a non-stop freaking negative radio station just buzzing in your brain. You have to realize, people, you've got the ability to change the station or turn it off. But oh God, where did this fire come from? But this is what this is the gift that they gave me today. It was a big wake-up call for myself and I loved every minute of it. But we have the ability to change the station, or if you're struggling with that, it's too much, it seems to be stuck on dial like, Z for zero confidence, just turn it off, right? Just dial it right down and turn it off. Now, how do you turn it off? Because do you think you can turn those voices off in your head? No, you cannot. Oh, no, you cannot. They'd be jibber jabbering all day long. You can't actually turn them off. So how are you going to change the station? How are you supposed to turn it off? You're going, Kylie, tell me to turn it off. And then you tell me I can't turn it off. What are you talking about? There is a way to turn it off, or there is a way to change the station, but it's going to take some action on your part. Surprise, not just going to be fairy dust falls out the sky, change the station in your head. No, you have to do something. What is it that you do? You simply replace that station that you don't want with one that you do. Instead of sitting there listening to all the negative stories that station F for foolish is telling you in your head. I'm not saying nothing bad here. I'm not going to say anything naughty. I am not. But the negative station, so we'll call it station N for negative, right? Station N for negative. You want to get rid of station N. You want to replace it with station P for positive, right? We're talking about radio stations here. But you want to replace that negative radio station. You can replace it with radio P for positive, for positively fabulous. You can, but you're going to have to do something, and you can't sit there and do nothing and wait for the voices to go away. They're not going to go away. You have to replace them manually until they automatically dial to that station on auto repeat every day. So I'm talking about you starting to put give yourself your own input, right? Rather than just allowing the old stories, the old stations just run their AM radio, even their FM radio, tune into digital. You got digital now, right? Create your own digital station. F for fabulous, P for positive, whatever you want to call it. It's fine, but you're going to have to actually program these songs into that station. If you want to put it that way, I don't know where this has all come from, but you're going to have to program the music that you want to hear into that station. You're going to have to program in the talkback radio that you want to hear into that station. And you do that by manually starting to say out loud, I am fabulous. I am good. I can do anything that I set my mind to. I have the ability because I have the power. I can do all things that I decide to do because I know that I have the strength. I am just as good as the next person. I'm no better, but I'm certainly no worse. I have talents and I have gifts that are unique to me. I have the amazing potential every day to get better and better in every way. I can do anything that I set my mind to because it's always up to me. You run these stories. It's going to be the programming in your new station. And you run it day in, day out until it creates a whole new way of thinking. And now, automatically, when you wake up in the morning, instead of station N for negative, just oh, that was loud, wasn't it? Just station N for negative just comes on. It's automatically there. Talkback radio in your head. You're listening to those stories from the second your eyes pop open. Now, from the time your eyes pop open, that station P for positive or F for fabulous, that be there, and it's already happening. You wake up first thing in the morning, you're like, I'm pretty cool dude. I can do anything I set my mind to. I have strength in me that nobody else has. I've got power in me that's unique to me. I'm really awesome and I'm really fabulous. Let me get out of bed and show the world. right? Listen. This was a really good live stream, I'm just going to say. And I reckon I don't even think it was a long one tonight. I'm hoping it wasn't super long because I do have a tendency. But I feel like it was a really powerful one. And it was almost a bit of a smackdown that we had coming tonight. But I feel it was good and it was worthwhile. Please tell me if somebody thought that it was, too aggressive. Let me know. I don't think I'm really the aggressive type, but I felt the delivery was strong. It was strong, but it was what we needed to hear. You know, it really was what we needed to hear. Because I think the main thing to understand here is, as I say, because you know, the boot camp is starting next Monday. And one of the most powerful things that talking to JC and Brad today really gave me is, again, that true reminder that we are in full control. If you have a conflicted relationship with food, you're not happy with your relationship with food, you know that it could be better, you know you're not putting in the full effort, you try, you do your best, but you don't really quite know how to string it all together, you make progress, but then you slip back, you get really mad at yourself because you know you're holding yourself back and you can't figure out why. It's frustrating because you try with all the best intentions and you keep caving in time and time and time again. I can promise you this one thing. Now, I talk about this from time to time. I only have 3 main courses that I run because it's like the holy trinity of breaking up with emotional eating. You don't need a 45 billion step system. I'll just be so real with you. There are people out there who will sell you that stuff if you want to throw money at that, that's fine. But it's not that complex. It just isn't. There are really 3 stages to it, and Ditch the Diet Bootcamp is stage 1. It is ground level basics. It's your foundation. Without that, it's hard to stand. You can't build a house without a foundation, right? So it's hard to know exactly what you're doing or where you're going from there without the foundation. What is the foundation? It's the 5-step eating code. It is so simple, yet it is absolutely foundational, and nobody tells us this stuff. Nobody tells us. It took me 20 years to figure this stuff out. 20. You want to have a go at this for 20 years? Be my guest. But in 6 weeks, you can absolutely rewrite your patterns with food with a solid foundation to stand on, knowing that you have the tools now. It's not a mystery to you anymore. There's a 5-step system. You follow it. It's easy. It's easy. I'm not going to, please. Who needs more complications in their life? I certainly don't, and I'm not going to give you anything that's complex or hard. I don't do things like measuring out food, counting calories. No. All of that is gone. The boot camp gives you complete and total and utter, and I want to say like despicable freedom that you have never experienced before with food. In fact, it's so freeing. Like, I'm going to be up front here, and I hope I don't frighten you off, but I want you to know the truth. It's so freeing that initially a lot of the participants in the boot camp are like aghast. They're like, you mean I have this level of freedom? They're not quite sure what to do with it. We step through it all together, but it is so beautiful. And within days, everybody is like, I have never lived my life like this before. This is incredible. The feelings of freedom and being able to breathe and being in control around food, not being scared of food, being able to bring food in the house and not be frightened of it. Let me just pop music. Okay, she wants to show you her leisure wear. It's very pretty. Everybody appreciates your leisure wear, Molly. It's wonderful. Crowd cheers for Molly. And so this is how it goes. This is how it goes now. So I urge you to check it out now. KyliePax.com/bootcamp. I give you a 100% money back guarantee. That is how assured I am that this program is fail-proof. Fail-proof, right? Anybody, a Sesame Street Muppet can do this, right? It is so effective and so good. It has transformed the lives now of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of women around the globe. We have the incredible KD Inspired Life from Instagram, who took this program initially a couple of years ago and just blew it out the water. Like, it completely changed her world. I will post did I say this the other night? I will post her transformation photo of what she did over, I think, a 6 or 8 week period using my program. She went from, let's just say, size X, she shrunk ridiculously small in just that short amount of time using Ditch the Diet Bootcamp, right? So I say this, This is why. So I offer you a full 2-week money back guarantee. Try it on for size. If you don't like it after 2 weeks, you just go, no, I prefer to torture myself with calorie counting and diets, and I really love living in restriction and deprivation. But like, fine, have your money back. Good luck to you, all right? I wish you well, and I'll see you next time when you get tired of living that way, because that's just how it is. What you can expect out of the boot camp is to come out the other side relaxed, free, calm, no longer afraid of food, and in fact, feeling in control around food, in control, and like you have control of it. It no longer calls your name in the middle of the night. It's not giving you that booty call at 2 a.m. from the refrigerator, like calling your name, how it used to do to me, Kylie. And I'd be like, oh, I felt like I had a Wi-Fi connection to my brain with chocolate. It would be down the other end of the house. And I'd be just like, coming, like it's insane, right? Oh, I almost went down the wrong way. I tried to take a drink to calm my throat, and I think I made it worse. Carolyn says, yes, it was great, Kylie. Right. See, Carolyn's done it before. And we chatted I don't know, in the last week and a bit or something, Carolyn, where she's like, it's starting again. I want to join. She was so excited. So here's something I forgot to tell you. Carolyn was so excited about doing it again. She actually bought the program again. And I was like, no, honey, no, you get lifetime access. I refunded her, right? Because I'm like, you get lifetime access, which means every single time it runs, which is generally 2-3 times a year. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's 4, but it's usually at a minimum 3. This year it's been a little different because we've been recreating it all from the ground up. But you get to participate every single time at no charge, right? It's like buy once, use forever. That is because I understand when it comes to emotional eating and staying on track with that level of support. Well, and what I mean is ongoing support is essential to your long-term success. So I'm not one of those people that's like, buy my program once and then you want to do it again. More money, please. No, the whole rest of your life, you and me will be connected. As long as you want me, I'm there for you. Basically, as long as you want me, I'm there for you. And this, as I say, so you can expect to come out with full control of your relationship with food, being, if not already reached, being well on the way to reaching your natural body weight, and feeling really calm around food, knowing that you have a rock solid system. You're no longer in fear or confusion. You know exactly what to do, and you also have the freedom and the flexibility to live your life now in a way around food, in and around food, in a way that works for you. It's not that whole, oh, I've got a wedding to go to, or I've got to go out to dinner, and what am I going to do? I'm going to break the diet. There is no diet. There's none. I show you exactly how to function in our normal everyday lives without having a conflicted relationship with food, with being in a very calm and easy state. It's natural for you to make your choices now because there's simply 5 little checklists. You run it through and you're like, brilliant. This works well for me today. I love this. This is going to work well for me, for my body. I feel comfortable eating to this level. It is so easy. I show you how to do all of it. Week 3 is the magic weight loss week. I love week 3 is one of my very favorite weeks, because that is when, if you have extra weight on your body to shed, that is when I give you the magic key that I swear, you've never heard this before. Never. Nobody ever told me. I had to figure it out. And it works like a charm. Week 3 is when girls just start going, what is happening? Anyone in the group, girls, guys, they're just like, OMG, my body is shrinking. I'm like, I know it is. Because I'm giving you the magic key. You will forevermore be in control after that time. So again, I want to thank you very much. If you have any questions about the bootcamp, if you're like, Kylie, I've got more of a problem with under-eating than overeating. Is this going to work for me? Yes. I've got more of a problem with overeating and binge eating. Is this going to work for me? Yes. I've got more of a problem with bulimia. Is this going to work for me? Yes. Why do I say this to you? Because I have been through every single one of those scenarios more than once, more. Is it going to be effective for just general yo-yo dieting? Yes. Is it going to be effective if you've had a really traumatic relationship with food and you have no self-confidence and you just don't know how to feel normal anymore? Will it work? Yes. I have been all of those people. When you people say to me, but I'm like this, I'm like, I am you. I'm not now, but I was you. There is nothing you could say to me that would shock me. Nothing. I have done everything as far as it goes in the weight loss arena way more than you could ever dream of doing it. I've done it 5,000 times worse. I mean, you've just got no idea. Seriously, the lengths I went to. I mean, some of the things, like I underwent lipo twice. Do you think that's a fun procedure? That is not. It did not work, right? I went through that twice. That's hideous. And amongst the really dangerous sort of, and a lot of these things are not even around anymore, right? Sigh of relief. Like some really dangerous diet drugs that were around back in the day, right? Old school stuff that is completely off the market now because it was deadly. I was taking that stuff. I nearly died. Did it stop me from taking the tablets and the pills that I was taking to try and lose weight? No, it didn't stop me. I wanted to be thin more than I wanted to live. So if you think that I don't understand how you feel, think again, because I really, really do. I've been there, I've lived it, and I didn't live it for a short period of time. I lived it for, as you know, my relationship with food was conflicted for 30 years because whilst I was a toddler, I was stuffing in large amounts of food. By the time I was sort of switched on and savvy, really sort of from the age of 10 onwards, there was like, you know, a good 20, 25 years where it was really, I was very conscious of what was going on and trying so desperately to change it. So Joshua, I wondered if you would show. Thank you so much. Edna, it's so wonderful to have you all here. Jasmine, thank you very, very much. I am going to wrap it up because as I hoped that I would do a shorter live stream tonight, I know it's gone on a bit longer. But for those of you who have just dropped on, Joshua, please do go back and watch because we went through some really valuable info up front in tonight's live stream. For those of you that are here, you know, if you enjoyed it, give me the thumbs up emoji and let me know because I feel like it was a powerful message that had to be shared from my live stream earlier today, which if you haven't seen yet, just scroll down the page. You can check that out. I interviewed a real power couple, because when we talk about what does it take to overcome odds, what does it really take to succeed? Everything I covered, which I'm not going to recap, but it's to do with radio stations and taking control of your own thoughts and exactly how to do it. Exactly. I don't just tell you what to do and not tell you how to do it. That's useless, right? I don't roll like that. I tell you what to do and how to do it. Basically, the way I like to think about my live streams is that the information that I share with you would be information that other people would make you pay for in a course. Be like, do my amazing course and I'll give you these things. It's like, well, show up to my live streams and I'll just give them to you for free. It's just what I'm saying. Oh, look, we've got the thumbs up emojis coming. Thank you so, so much. So I really appreciate it. And I'm sending you all ridiculous amounts of chocolate coated love, you know, as I do every single day, as I do. So please check out the live stream earlier today. And if it resonates with you, then go ahead, like, love and share, as you know. And with today's live stream, if this has helped you, go ahead and like, love and share. Why? Because when you step out of the shadows and into the light and empower yourself, you give somebody else permission to do the same. That is how we create global change. I am sending you all enormous amounts of love. Thank you so, so much. I'm thinking I might drop in and chat with you all again tomorrow night. If that sounds like fun, throw me some emojis and we'll go ahead and do it. I'm sending you crazy amounts of love and always do remember the only person who has the power to change your life is you. When you step up and dial down that negative radio station and pump up and reprogram in a new digital station you actually want to hear, that is when you've got what it takes. Sending you all so much love. Thank you, my gorgeous, gorgeous Facebook family. I will catch you tomorrow. Until then, bye for now.
Thank you so much for spending time with me this week. I have loved being with you all. Remember, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Pinterest. And as always, the only person who has the power to change your life is you. And the very best part, you've got what it takes. Sending you so much love. I will see you next week. Until then, bye for now.